I am on Old Church Lane in Duddingston. I'm going to head towards the church right now. So there's a couple of things I want to film in this area. I'm probably going to make it 2 videos worth rather than 1 to sort of do it a bit more justice. So let's call this part 1. Okay, here we are at Duddingston Kirk. We'll go in a second. Just going to have a look over here first. Oh, actually, that's in the next video. We'll come back to that, but we'll do this. What does it say? Under the seat beside, the water makes a home for a jog. Tamson's Bend. Okay, we're going to head into the church, in the churchyard, kirkyard. So we're actually not even inside, probably got the first things to see. Number 1 is this collar hanging on the wall. Young collar, I think I'm going to put the spelling up. You can pronounce it how you like. So if you're a naughty person, that would be clamped around your neck and you'd have to stand there. Everybody know what you've done and you'd be mortified by the church. Okay, that's number 1. The young collar. Number 2 is this here. This is the Lupin on stain. Its purpose was to get on your horse or off your horse. You'd climb up onto that, your horse would be put next to it, and on you get. I like that. That is a piece of history right there. Okay, we're going to go into the churchyard now. Now I'm going to have to be honest with you here. I did make notes for all the things that I'm filming today, and the one thing that I didn't bring the notes for was the churchyard. So I'm going to rely on what I can remember and all the signage that is here as well. So we'll start off here. There's the watchtower. Obviously Edinburgh had a big problem with grave robbers, etc. I believe in this particular kirkyard it was the relatives and friends who took turns in watching their relatives' graves rather than a specific watchman. Okay, I'll go around this way. Oh, check out that up there. That sums up this area really well. And if I get that shot there, look at that mist rolling over the hills. And the sound of chainsaws, apparently. Okay, we'll head around this way. Oh, we're going to look for the original entrance while we're here. I do remember this bit. There's a Norman arch we need to find. It's not this one. This is not the original entrance. This one's got the War Memorial plaque next to it. Here. Built to remember those who fell in the Great War. This doorway and window. I'm in the doorway I can stand with, but the window is it's a great memorial, the window. No, it's good they did it, but no. Now this is one that I had my notes on and now I don't have my notes on. What I can remember is this ship that's depicted here. I believe it's the SS Nancy, or it's called, the boat was called Nancy. The guy who was on it, who this is a memorial to, he isn't buried here. I'm going to put the name up over this because it's not fair to tell you half a story. But yes, so this depicts a shipwreck. And it involves people inside, but the dedication is not to the person who's inside, if that makes sense. There we go, look at that little head carved there. I like that. Yeah, it's a shame I didn't bring my notes for that one. Although from what I can remember, it was quite a convoluted story. Do I want to take a view over this wall? I'm going to take a view over this wall. This might be a spoiler for where we're heading next, because I'm going to go to Dr. Neil's garden next. Oh wow, that is a view, isn't it? Look at that. Let's zoom in on this view. Lovely. Oh, look at that. Wee Jim. I mean, if that's a child, that's a sad story, but even if it's a person called Ouija, an adult, it's still I want to know that story. I want to know the story. I'm probably not going to find it, but that'd be great to know it. Another unusual headstone. The original entrance to the church is right here. Look at that. Yes, this church, the earliest reference to it I found was 1124, but it does say it was here before that as well. Yeah, there we go. There's some Norman architecture and stonework. I've gone round so the church starts to open. I'm going to see if I can get inside and maybe have a video of the stained glasses or something like that, because although we can see them from outside, you can't really do it justice. So I'm gonna go and see if it's appropriate to film, and etc, etc. Okay, so I'm inside. There's a painting here. View of Morton Castle, painted by a former minister. There we go. It's nice in here. The lady who's doing the flowers, who's the reason I've managed to get inside, just saying that they had the 900th anniversary last year. Let's head outside. Yeah, so 900 years last year. That's impressive. Okay, right, we're going to move on from here to Dr. Neil's garden, if I can find the way in, and continue our Duddingston adventure. There's entrance to Hollywood Park, one of them. And we've got to go down here, I believe. I guess we'll find out. But I believe Dr. Neil's garden is this way. And we're at the edge of Duddingston Loch as well. The rocky crags of the park are the remains of a volcano that erupted into a tropical landscape 350 million years ago. There we go, Scotland, tropical landscape. People first came to the park about 9,000 years ago for hunting and farming, defensive, industrial and religious purposes. Okay, that makes more sense. From the 12th century AD, it was a hunting ground used by Scottish kings and became a royal park in the 16th century. Okay, we're going to have a walk around this way then. We'll get into Dr. Neil's garden. I have to say that actually Dr. Neil is actually two people. It was Dr. Andrew and Nancy Neil, so it should technically be Dr. Neil's garden. Oh, we've got some Canadian geese. I'm not going to get too close, obviously, because we don't want to get into a fight with Canada, do we now? They've got enough problems at the moment. I've navigated past the geese without any issues. Yeah, I could have come that way, but no, I didn't have to. It's all good. Oh, look at this. This is beautiful. I think actually coming in a day where it is a bit foggy is making this more scenic, if you like. Look at that. Okay, well that was not the way in. So I'm heading back the way I came. Okay, I think I've figured out how to get in. Back at the beginning of this video there was a sign, church one way, car park the other. And I think I have to go to the car park to get entrance to the garden. Okay, back where it started, but I had to go that way to get to the church anyway, so it wasn't a waste. We got to see the loch. Okay, to the car park. Ah, there we go, success. Okay, let's head to the gardens. In actual fact, there seems to be two gardens on the map. Jock's garden and Dr. Neil's garden. So let's see what we can find. There we go, Jock Tamson's garden with an eye in it. Let's go this way. This will lead us to Dr. Neil's garden as well, hopefully. Okay, here we go. So again, I hadn't planned to see this. It's vegetables growing there, pumpkin squash. So I haven't really got anything to say about this part of it, because it's not what I came to see, and I didn't actually think I would get into here. I had seen it on the map, but didn't think I would get into here. So this is a bonus. Yeah, there we go, look at the house up in there, up there. Oh, check this out. We're getting some wildlife. I don't want to be spooking him as I go past. I'm guessing that's a male. Is that the male or the female? I can't remember these things. Beautiful colouring, you know. Whatever you are. Okay, let's come around this way quietly. And he's walking away. Still don't want to spook him or her. Okay, it's clear to pass. Okay, I've come right through to your side. So, unless Dr. Neil's garden through that gate, it might be that this is Dr. Neil's garden main already. But that tower is definitely inside it. So, let's see. Let's see if we can get through here. I've got facts about this tower as well. We'll get to that in a minute. Okay, brace yourselves, people. It doesn't look locked. Oh, wow. No, this will be Dr. Neil's garden then. Wowee. This is secluded and lovely. Okay, I'll take a quick walk around, and then I'm going to sit up there, I think, and I'll tell you what I know. We'll come around this way first of all. I should really just be telling you stuff as I walk around, but I think I will do it when I'm seated. There are a couple other people here as well. I'll be respectful of them. A real variety of trees and things here as well. We've got the ferns and all sorts of stuff going on. Different furs and stuff. There's a little bench there with a butterfly on it. Jeff Begg, in memorial for him. Whoever he was. Oh, look at this. Bird. There's actually quite a few people there actually. They're just well spread out. I'm sure. We'll keep going this way. Look at these plants and listen to the sounds as well. I feel like I'm not really saying an awful lot. And it's probably not doing it justice, this video as well. You've got to come. Look at that view. Again, I think the mist is adding to it. Let's have a look around here. There's another bench. Oh, we'll take a look over this wall. Yeah, give you a clue of how close I was to getting in here from before. Yeah, so there's the geese down there. So that's where I walked along, and that's just round there was the dead end. In Jurassic Park vibes at the moment. Okay, let's go back and find a nice spot to sit and actually give you the history of this place, rather than just saying, look a tree, look a bird, look at the view. Well, they certainly achieved what they set out to do here, the two doctors. It was to create a peaceful environment for their patients, and a sort of, what's the word? A place where they could get gardening therapy, essentially. Yeah. It's lovely. I don't want to call it a hidden gem because it is fairly well known about. But yeah, it's really quiet, and it was a little hard to find, I guess. But yeah, it's good. And it's a lot bigger than I was thinking as well. There's more stuff up this way. I mean, it kind of feels like you're walking through someone's back garden in places. Like this bit, it feels a bit like someone's back garden, and it feels like I shouldn't be here. But yeah, you are allowed here. It's the whole point of the place. You come and you sit and you think and meditate if that's your thing, and just enjoy it. Just listen to the sounds and take in the views. Okay, I've reached a crossroads in my life. This way takes me back to where I was, and this way I'm gonna go this way. There are people, so I'll stop filming for a second. I am actually gonna stick my neck out here, and I'm gonna say this is better than the Botanics. It's not as big, but I don't think that is. Yeah, no, that's not. How am I saying this? It's not as big as the Botanics, but that works. It's more intimate. I'm gonna sit on this bench. It's more intimate. Yeah, it works. If it was as busy as the Botanics, it wouldn't be working. You wouldn't get a seat. You wouldn't get any good photos. So this works. It works really well. So, yeah, Doctors Andrew and Nancy Neal. They created this in 1963, or they started landscaping this area in 1963. They both died in 2005. I'd be interested to know where their graves are. Or maybe I should have looked that up, because if they're in the church next door, that would have been worth looking while I was here. But never mind. Yeah, so they used it to encourage their patients to get gardening therapy and etc., which I think in 1963 was kind of unheard of. Do correct me in the comments if that's not true, but these kind of therapy things are kind of new, aren't they? And so yeah, the yellow tower that's just over there, we can just make it out from where I'm sitting. That's Thompson's Tower, built in 1825, designed by William Playfair. Remember, his name comes up quite a bit when you're in Edinburgh. It was for the Curling Society, so they would store their curling equipment downstairs, and upstairs they had a little meeting room where they could party, etc. And I had read online as well that there is a museum of curling in this area. I would hazard a guess that it's in that tower, but there's no signage, and it's not open today anyway, certainly. What else can I tell you? Well, I can tell you about the loch. The loch itself, Duddingston Loch, is a freshwater pond. It's one of only 2 natural lochs in Edinburgh. Loch End Loch is the other one. All the others are man-made. So yeah, again with the curling, they played curling on this loch when it used to freeze over as early as 1761. It doesn't freeze anymore, unfortunately. Yeah, and there's a famous painting actually. It's called Skating Minister by Henry Raeburn. I'll put a picture of that over there. You will definitely have known this painting, and that was from real life on this loch. So yeah, you can fish on this loch. It is a catch and release program. You have to put them back. There is carp, perch, roach and pike in this loch, I'm told. And this is another heron fact. At the west end of this loch, whichever end that is, I'm not sure, there is a heronry, which is the largest in the Lothians. In 2017 they counted 27 nests, so there you go. another amazing video about herons where we don't see any, and yet when we're not talking about them, they're all over the place. Okay, well, I think that'll do for this video. Like I say, there's more things to show you around this area, so we're going to call this part 1. So that's been the Kirk and Kirkyard and Dr. Neil's garden. I know I say this all the time, but you've got to come here. Do come here. It is lovely. Okay, bye.